All right, folks, we have another golfer here on the operating table. In the top vid here, his name's Caleb Surratt. He's a college kid. And just trying to show you a little comparison between him and the young man below him, which I think people are starting to know who he is, Akshay Bhatia. Any event, their swings are, with the respect of their dexterity, damn near identical. And there's a real good reason for that. They're taught by the same guy, a young instructor from the Raleigh area, Chase Duncan, who you need to look at his website and his videos and go to YouTube, and all his students, and he's got a lot of students, college amateurs, juniors, and you're going to see a handful of these young golfers out on the tour and the LPGA tour in the future. Akshay, I think, is probably the first one of many to come. And the young man on the top view here, Caleb Surratt, you're going to hear about him in the next 3 or 4 years for sure. Unless Liv scoops him up, which, you never know. If I was Liv, I'd be taking the top young college talent as much as I could. And he's one of them. He's one of the top 5 best college players in the country. And in any event, we're going to show you the similarities in these swings. And it's fascinating to see these swings as similar as they are. I mean, I don't want to say this young professional in Raleigh teaches a system, but he does. But he believes in a few things in the golf swing, and he promotes the hell out of it, and I would too. I mean, these two golf swings have a lot in common. First of all, they have very good impact positions, both of them. Everything before and afterward is just, white noise for the most part. Everything's about impact. And these two young boys have impact down to a science. Again, the new breed, so to speak, they all compress down. Akshay does, and obviously this young man on top, Caleb, does too. Number 2, again, look at all the bend they have. Just so much bend here. So much here. It's and again, folks, that helps tremendously when you're rotating through the ball with passive hands. I mean, these hips are just flying out of this way, and his hips are flying out this way. If I were to venture to say, Caleb's hips are probably pointing over here at almost 9-10 o'clock. Likewise with Akshay's over in this direction. That's where they're pointing at. I mean, it's a really good impact position. Quiet hands and just rotate the hips through and on the follow through. And look how much side bend these young boys have at late stages in your swing. This almost hurts me to look at it, to be honest with you, but it's crazy how identical these swings are. Other similarities, obviously the young boy in the bottom, Akshay, was number 1 junior in the world, and the kid on the top is number 1 junior in the world. I mean, they're both very accomplished golfers. One's on tour. One's going to be on tour eventually, if not real soon. I'd be surprised if he stays another couple of years at Tennessee. One thing about Caleb's swing. Now let's get him to the top here. I love watching these things. Let's look at his left hand position here. See how bowed it is a little bit? Shut, bowed, whatever you want to call it. Closed club face. But here's how he makes this work. It's actually a really good thing for his golf swing. Obviously, the hands are shut, which means the club face has got to be a little bit close to the path, which means the ball is going to go left, unless, of course, you hit good hard fades with dead hands through impact, and that's what he does. His hips open up greatly coming in impact, and his hands are very quiet. And you can't see from this view, obviously, but the front view, which I'm going to put up here in the next day of Caleb's swing, you're going to see his impact position and how much leading his hands are to the club face, and why that bowed position at the top, or that shut club face position at the top, really encourages a good impact position, because his hands lead, period. Dustin Johnson, John Rahm, they're all in that position. And you can see here now he's exiting stage left this way. Oops, wrong button here. He's a pull fader. And and he's a really good golfer. Now, let's look at Akshay now. He's, again, he's at the top, too, with a strong hand position, right about here. Not too bad. A little bit shut, if I'm nitpicking. But, again, that leads to hands leading at impact. It's interesting. I've watched a lot of this professionals' videos on YouTube, Chase Duncan's, and all his students almost have that blueprint swing of each other. It's crazy and fascinating, and man, they're all successful. If you get a chance, you gotta check this teaching professional out, Chase Duncan. I think his website's called Own Your Own Golf Swing or Me and My Golf Swing. I can't remember, but in any event, two people to watch.